Hey there, everybody. Good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome to the sunroom. This is the room of enlightenment. The light is coming from the natural source. So, welcome. I took a day off yesterday for self-care and sleep and rest and recharging of my batteries. It was a wonderful day. It was a beautiful sunny day here in Maine. And a lot of stuff is flowing through me now. So I apologize if I'm just going to sort of fire hose you a little bit. My fifth chakra is having a lot of trouble right now. There's a lot of stuff trying to get through it, okay? There's a lot of things trying to, and what's blocking is a lot of old belief systems, having a hard time letting go of some old belief systems. What we're doing right now, the reason I want to do this video, and I'm going to do these every morning. All right, I'm going to commit to you every morning because this is happening right now. What you're experiencing is the release of the egoic mind, as Eckhart Tolle would put it, the release of the egoic mind and the evolution of consciousness. And you guys on this channel, Like Attracts Like, are teachers in your own right. Are teachers and healers and leaders. So those of you who have been following the Twin Flame Journey, those of you in the Empress Club, all of that, the spiritual journey, there's been a lot of focus on the twin connection, the having this connection. And right now, we're being called into mission. Being called into mission. So ready or not, here it comes. Conscious evolution is happening. So I want to share with you what's been going on for me in terms of, and this is about you, okay? This is not about Mary Jo's ego. That's exactly what this is not about. This is about messages that have come through me in my morning readings that I know are also for you, okay? So sometimes that happens, like sometimes in the readings I can see the similarity, but now it's very clear to me that it's time for me to share my morning meditations with you in a more direct way, okay? Because you guys are also teachers. This is no longer a time for, well, maybe someday. The day has come when it's time to be activated into mission. And yesterday, I think it was a couple days ago, I did a reading. I think it was out here in the sunroom, so maybe it's just been over the weekend, when I talked about that first spring day. That was yesterday, okay? And even if you didn't experience that in your neck of the woods, wherever you are, you could be in South America, you could be in Europe, you could be in New Zealand, moving into fall and things like that. Yesterday, I experienced the first spring day. And to me, when I was doing my meditations, and I'm out there earthing my feet in the grass, it just came to me that this was a time for now really allowing and letting go. It's no more a thinking exercise. This is no more an intellectual experiment or something that, well, I go and I watch tarot online or I watch Mary Jo do twin flame readings or something like that, and then I have my life over here, right? It's not, that's, the time for that is over now. That's why this is all happening around us, to break through egoic patterns. And boy, I see them in myself. I see them in myself. Why am I, not, the channel isn't growing like I want it to? Why? I see that. And what came through to me really loudly today was, that's not what this is about. Right? That's my old egoic mind. looking to a number, looking to a dollar figure, or looking to a number that shows value, shows worth. That's an old paradigm that is being upended for me right now, okay? And part of my job here is, part of my mission is to help you navigate through this, okay? So this is the card that keeps coming up for me over and over again. And if you are in egoic mind, if you are in your belief systems around the very 3D, right? Ego is about ties to the physical, ties to the tangible. Money, material things, a 24-hour day, 3 days, 5 days a week. 5 days a week are for working, 2 days a week are for resting. That's kind of a nice balance. But timelines are collapsing. The old ways of looking at time is collapsing. Most of us, we've joked about it here on the channel, and I've joked about it with my friends. Like, I don't even really know what day it is. Do you know what day it is? Is it Saturday? Is it Tuesday? Don't really know. And I said that to my brother, who is very tied to 3D experience. He's 11 years older than I. And he is now working from home. And it's becoming, he said to me, well, it's Monday morning. I should be at my desk. And I said to him, I'm like, well, is it really Monday if you're not at your desk? Is it time is a social construct. We have this idea that Monday morning looks like this. Is there such a thing as Monday anymore? Is there such a thing as a weekend anymore? Right? These are 20th century constructs that had their place, right? This egoic mind, this belief around, working hard and pulling yourself up your own bootstraps and all that kind of thing was a very 3D experience we had in the 20th century. And that wasn't wrong, right? That it's not about right and wrong. Again, this is polarity. This is 3D is about right, wrong, left, right, all of these things. Now everything is coming into place. Everything is coming into the, this is my yin yang symbol. Everything is coming into this yin yang. So what you're witnessing is union. What you're witnessing is union. When we've talked about this in the twin flame journey about union, and people inevitably think of it in a 20th century construct of a relationship when I get married and we have children and all of that stuff. It's like, that's an old construct. The new construct is the spiritual connection of this twin energy. Folks, newsflash, we are not going back. This is a time to evolve into this new age of consciousness, the 5D, when we are all spiritually connected, right? Alone together. We are all connected, all part of one. There's no us against them. There won't be any more of this kind of idea of my land, your land. There may not even be countries anymore or anything like that. Think big, okay? Think about the transformation of that, right? My job here on this channel is to help you transform your life and go in the direction of your dreams. It's also, let's add a little, hey, what's happening now is about transformation of our ideologies, of our belief systems, and all of that. So we're moving into this new age of consciousness. It really is truly evolutionary. Those who hang on to ego, those who hang on to the old way, those who hang on to the, I have 151,000 subscribers. It's not what this is about. And boy, that's been a hard lesson for me And it's been a hard lesson for me because I experience things and then I share them. That's how my life has always been. And so that's why I'm going to be sharing my readings with you, the ones I'm doing for myself, the messages that are coming through for myself. This is the biggest message right now. Surrender. Let go. And coming into enlightenment. Coming into true enlightenment. So I'm going to pull a few cards here from the Gaia Oracle Guidebook. I'm learning that this channel will be in transition over the course of this month and next month. This is not necessarily a tarot channel. It's a spiritual guidance channel. It's a channel that tarot is a tool, but it's not the main thing. The main thing are the messages and where we're going. So I'm going to say to you, some of the things that I have been doing is I've been reading a lot from other teachers and other guides. Eckhart Tolle is one of my favorites, and it's very interesting because yesterday I spent a lot of time opening up boxes. I still have boxes in my house from my move, purging, right? Getting rid of stuff. And there was a pen in here since 2011. I bought this book in 2011. Ego is no more than this, identification with form, which primarily means thought forms. A new heaven is the emergence of a transformed state of human consciousness, and a new earth is its reflection in the physical realm. So we are moving into a 5D consciousness, and those who hold on to the egoic belief systems, ideologies, structures, that will be a difficult experience. The way to move in, the way to move forward is to let go. All right? Surrender. Surrender to the process. Surrender. We don't know where we're going, right? But as I see what's happening right now, the North Node, you know me in the North Node. North Node is moving into Gemini, which is when people will truly see. More people will see what's happening. More people will awakening, which is why you guys, who are the leaders, you guys are the teachers. That is my job. That is my mission, is to create more teachers. Not create, that's not right. You guys are already teachers. It's to plug you into the idea that you're a teacher and help you evolve, help you expand, help you to get in your own thing. You guys are the leaders. Remember I talked about being the lighthouse, not the storm? A long time ago. Be the lighthouse, not the storm. All right, underneath is the dream. I'm going to talk you through all this. Something is revealed, insight, breakthrough, intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. This is your meditation. Harmony, power, self-confidence, productivity. What does that mean now? Loss, grief, and sadness, and resurrection. We're coming into the Easter season, Passover, and as we're moving into a more spiritual realm and less of a structured realm. So let's say the actual structure of the church, and I was saying this when I was a little kid, I remember saying this. The structure of the church is not really where God resides. God resides in here for all of us. And to truly bring in the messages is to connect to your heart, right? The heart of the earth, the heart of your spirit, to bring through these messages. You guys are the teachers. You guys are the ones who hold a light for others. And here's the thing. This is kind of one of the frustrating things. Just one, Mary Jo? Yes, just one of the frustrating things. You can hold the light all you want, but there are going to be people who are not going to follow that. Okay? And yes, it's going to make you sad. It's going to make you feel the grief of letting go. And that's a lot of the reason why this is kind of hard for most of us, is to suspend all of our trying to fix people, a lot of, the codependent behaviors, to trying to, get people to understand, to open up. That is not what makes them open up. That is not what helps them evolve. It's not at all. What you're going to find is being that enlightened person, being in the energy of the fifth consciousness, the fifth dimension consciousness or higher, okay? Being in the energy of that, then the people who want to evolve will show up. Hey, how are you doing this? How did you do this? How did you just let go of that whole life? Let go of that whole job idea? Let go of we don't know how we're moving forward, but I will tell you this. We just went through the Jupiter conjunct Pluto. I'm going to have another one in July or June, at the end of June, and another one in November. And then finally in December, there will be, I think I shared this with you the other day, finally in December, there will be this rush of new innovation, rush of new ideas and things like that. So from now through November is going to be an awakening, right? Moving into that Gemini North Node. I think other people are calling it the Great Awakening. That is exactly right. The Great Awakening. You guys have been there. You guys are already there. But what I feel a lot of people are dealing and struggling with, which I completely with you there. What's worked for me has been to sit in the moment. I keep saying this to you. When you struggle with the letting go, when you struggle with this dichotomy of spiritual consciousness and then, I'm going to go back to my life. When you're struggling with that, you see how that's the polarity, right? You see how I have this whole spiritual thing and that's just one piece. And, I'm going to, now I'm going to be in my corporate hat. I'm going to wear a different hat over here. That's no longer going to be possible. Because you guys are going to be moving into this spiritual life. That's your calling. That's your mission. And you all holding the torch for whomever comes up the path. Now, people you love, friends, family, may resist. It's okay. That's their path. Right? That's their path. But the people you're attracting to you, the ones who are like, yeah, I get it. Remember I said this, I was listening to a video I made a long time ago. And I talked about that when I let go of all of my old stuff. I let go of my work. I let go of any kind of dealing with money. I let go of all of that stuff. And what came out of that was this rush of, I need to do this, what you're seeing right now. There was a lot of people in my life, the 3D people, the people most grounded in 3D were like, what? You're reading tarot on YouTube? What? But there was a group of people in my life who were like, oh yeah, totally see that. It surprised me. Who are those people in your life? Because you definitely have a spiritual calling here. And some people in your life are going to be like, what? And others are going to be like, oh yeah, I totally get that. That's how you know, right? The polarity of that. So it's time. And when we talk about, hey, it's go time and everything like that, this is the action, surrender. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of what you Go time. Go time in the old way. Go time in the 3D way is do it, hard work, spend a lot of time. Like surrender. It's go time, surrender. What? What? You get it? You see? You see how that is a completely different experience. It's a completely different experience. So, what's underneath is the dream. And I'm going to read you this one. Something is revealed, insight, breakthrough. This is the one. And this is coming through silent whispers of the heart, your intuition, your shedding of your old belief systems. And this is we're seeing this nationwide, worldwide. We're seeing people shaking off old ways of being. Some of them more successfully than others, some of them rigidly holding on. And it gets more and more ugly as they rigidly hold on, okay? You will soon break free from a situation that has been causing you concern. Something will be revealed either in a dream or through someone you know and trust. The information you receive will give you an insight into something that has remained hidden from you for some time. This will be a big relief for you as you realize that your concerns and fears were unnecessary and unfounded. All is well that ends well. However, do not forget this episode, for it is a recurring theme with you. The next time you are unsure of something, try to refrain from jumping to conclusions which are not based in fact. Also pay attention to your dreams. Try to remember them as you wake up. With time, you will intuitively learn their symbolic language. This message has been floating around in your dream state for some time. The only thing I take a little exception to is jumping to conclusions which are not based in fact. That is a 3D consciousness, okay? So you'll be able to see these things more clearly. And I guess I'm going to say it about that. I feel like as we move into Gemini, Gemini is about facts. Gemini is about truth and clarity and seeing things, being able to, things being dropped from your eyes. No more in an illusion. Right now we're in an illusion. And it's the 3D is the illusion, right? That's what I'm saying to you. It's like it's not the 3D version of that. It's the 5D version of that, right? Because the 3D matrix, the structure we have, the corporate America, the governments we have, the wars we have, the me against you kind of thinking, that the thing in church where there's one person and everybody else is like sort of bowing to that person. No, you guys are also teachers and leaders and guides. You see, it's not this man up, man down thing anymore, because all those structures are meant to keep you down. The matrix is about power. Who has it, who doesn't. And you'll watch over the next 6 months, 8 months into next year, that being completely upended. That's the Jupiter conjunct Pluto experience. That which is big becomes small, and that which is small becomes big. Okay, so people who feel frustrated, who feel like my life doesn't matter, I'm not doing anything important, right? That's ego talking. And it's also the 3D matrix telling you that. So what's going on now is through dreams, through meditation, you have time now. The universe is gifting us with time when everything has stopped. Did you ever think this was possible? That the world would stop? I never thought it possible. But that's what you're seeing right now. The world has effectively stopped. Everybody's involved. Everybody. It's not just a country or a state or a town. Everybody. That's fascinating. That's amazing. this. Okay? That's this. It's surrendering to the journey. Surrender to the 5D. That's the action. You know, when we think about surrendering to dreams, and I said this the other day, I said, I don't really pay attention to my dreams. All of a sudden my dreams are really loud. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull a couple cards from this Denise Linn Sacred Traveler deck. The question here, I think I wrote a couple questions that I want to use, because the question is the powerful part, not just pulling cards. Okay? So the questions that I wanted to ask you, the question that I want to ask today is about what's the most powerful. Let's see. First of all, what do I need to know about? So what do I need to know about? What's the most powerful way to navigate? I will use that also with the tarot cards. What do I need to know about? What's the most powerful way to navigate right now? The Hanged Man is loud. Okay, a Hanged Man is really loud right now. The surrender is really loud. Wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. Voyage of the heart. That's the way to navigate. So this is about your fifth chakra. This is about navigating through your feelings, not your mind, not your egoic mind, not your belief systems or anything like that. This is about expansion, beauty, getting to spend more time with your family, getting to know people better, being joyful and kind to each other. Very simple message. Very simple message indeed. I'm going to put my Hanged Man back in here. Okay, so I'm going to do a little reading here for you today. It's about shifting your mindset right now from the old egoic mind into the new earth, 5D consciousness. The time is now, right? Holding on to the 3D. That's what, we'll go back to normal. This is a new normal, okay? Yes. New normal. King of Wands. So Sun, King of Wands, opportunity. When you let go of this, love flows. And this is more than love between two people. This is about love and passion of all kinds. So your mission, your embodying the idea of the Sun and the King of Wands, absolutely embodying that energy. The opportunity is love. So flowing love, getting out of the fear place. Message to you. Yeah, this is the fear place. Yep, everybody's stuck in that right now. More celebration. Here's what's coming over the next 3 months. 7 of Pentacles. You have planted a lot of seeds here with your spiritual work, with watching these readings or whatever you're doing spiritually. Whatever you're doing, meditating, qigong, building your spiritual business, whatever you're doing, it's going to be bearing fruit, okay? King of Pentacles in the past, Moon, 10 of Pentacles, wow. 6 of Swords, and then moving into this teacher role. Hierophant is very traditional, right? It is the priest. It is the priest. Seeing and I'm not advocating, well, I am. I'm advocating moving away from these old structures that have taken advantage of people. Instead, moving into your heart. This is the new way. This is the new earth. Okay? Not living in This is kind of like, this is radical thinking. This is radical feeling. But the holding on might feel fear around it. Okay, you might feel some fear around this message, but we are all together in this. Okay, that is the comfort that I can share with you right now. We are all in this together. Okay, what's coming very soon? 10 of Pentacles. This is the abundance that shows up in a lot of different ways. It's showing up through your heart chakra when you stop, when you're not stuck anymore in your mindset, in your thinking. Okay, the old way of doing that is wrapping up, and the new way, the new path is coming out to more people. This is a voyage of the heart for sure. Okay, so all of the things that you have, the seeds that you have planted, no longer looking to old ways, right? Letting go, being free. This is the divine timing here. Choosing to let go of the old baggage, choosing to allow. I mean, here's the thing. Kind of funny that we think we can control. The biggest thing to let go of is the illusion that you can control anything. The illusion that you can control this pattern. What your job is to do is release and let go and surrender to this change, this evolutionary change. Release the need to the egoic mind. Release that idea of attachment to money and 3D things. Release that. Release the fear around releasing that. Like, oh, well, how am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to live? If I release the ideas of how I used to make money and release the ideas around, I have responsibilities, I have children, I can't just like let go of this. Well, you are now in a different place, right? Everyone's sheltering in place. Work has been suspended. This is a gift. This is a gift to us. And it's going to help other people to awaken to the new way. Okay? Some people won't. Some people won't ever do it. And it's not really your job. I used to, when I was, it's not really your job to convince them. Just like it's not my job to convince you. I'm merely sharing with you messages that are relevant to you. And if you're watching this, you're prepared, you're open for this. Okay, you're prepared and open for this. So I want to say to you that in the next 3 months, yeah. Wow. Okay, so in the next 3 months here, this kind of stuff, this egoic mind, the Chariot, all due respect to Cancer, about moving forward despite whatever obstacles are in my way and all this kind of stuff, that is a very 3D kind of experience. What's happening is you're overcoming that. The ability to tame the lion, tame the beast of, the most direct one I can think of is financial gain. Taming the beast of, and it's not just like, hey, money is, remember we talk about money is the root of all evil. It's not. Love of money is the root of all evil, just like it's greed. What they're talking about in the Bible is greed. That's the thing that has infected our entire society. Greed. Not normal, hey, I'm making a living and I'm enjoying my life and things like that. Even that is going to be different. What that's going to look like is going to be different. Okay? And so we don't have a picture of that yet. You all have a part in where we're going with that. Right now, the answer is to just suspend your thinking about where it's going to go. Just because what I have learned is that, well, if I have an idea of where it's going, I'll feel comfortable. I'll feel calm. And it's about feeling calm in this idea that you can only manage yourself. You can only control what you do, not other people, and certainly not the world and all that stuff. You're manifesting. That's not the same as control, right? That's not the same as controlling the thing so that the thing shows up. That's the opposite of manifesting. Manifesting is the ability to be in the energy of that which you like to create in your life, and then allowing, right? Go time, it's allowing. Empress, yin, allowing. Too much masculine energy, more feminine energy is what's happening now. So what is going to happen is we are going to be dealing with poverty. We are going to be dealing with people out in the cold. We are going to be all of this stuff is going to end because there's more of this in the old way. When you find yourself thinking like, oh, well, if we give up on this whole idea of how we've been doing things, won't everybody be homeless? Won't everybody? No, in fact, it'll be the opposite. Okay? There's more people now suffering. And that's what needs to go. That's what needs to go. Because of the greed of other people, there's a lot of people suffering. Okay? So the riches that you will reap will be communal. You see how there's like three, the grandfather and then the kids and then the parents and stuff like that. Generational togetherness. Messages coming through your heart. King of Cups. This is a heart chakra exercise right now. Not an egoic or thinking exercise. So, that's a lot. That's a portion. But if you can think, the one card I want you to think about is the Hanged Man. Because that is really the message of today. It is to let go. Let go of the egoic thinking. Let go of the 3D thinking of how it has been. Instead, stand in the ambiguity of right now. See the gifts of right now. There's a lot of silver linings to appreciate right now. You're being given a gift. You're being given a gift right now of time. Time to unwind from that 3D experience, that attachment to 3D. And there's going to be a period of time here where there's and I don't know, but where we're going is somewhere way better. Something that's forged through the heart. That's where we're going. So be joyful. Be glad. Release and let go that which needs to be released and let go. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.